Hi, I'm Didi Emmons, and I'm at Eva's Garden in South Dartmouth, Massachusetts. And right now I'm going to make some egg salad, but just not any egg salad. I'm going to be using some of Eva's extraordinary herbs. Tarragon and eggs go really well together. It's sort of a French tradition, and I've got some French tarragon here, which is what you want. You don't want the Russian tarragon. And this is very pungent. Tastes like licorice, and a little goes a long way. So I'm using eggs that have a lot of, chutzpah. These are local eggs. The hens have been pastured, and they've been eating lots of different foods. So there's a lot of flavor to the eggs, so it can handle a lot of tarragon. But you do want to be kind of careful and sort of go slow, add a little bit as you're moving along. So tarragon is one of these herbs that if you chop it too much, it loses all of its volatile oils. So you really want to be careful to not chop it a whole lot. So I'm kind of doing a wide chop. And that's enough. You don't want to mess with it. So I have tarragon and I have the eggs. I'm going to just let them sit. And here I have lovage. And lovage is a cultivated green here, or herb, probably she would consider it an herb. And the stem is incredibly tender. So like cilantro, you can eat the stem. And the leaves are very pungent. So the flavor here is like a turbo celery. It's incredibly intense celery flavor. Eva likens the lovage to a cello in a symphony orchestra. Its flavor is so strong, and it's kind of like the undercurrent and forms a solid base for the orchestra. And the same thing is true for a soup if you're using lovage, or even a salad, and in this case, egg salad. So here we're going to use the stem of the lovage, and we're going to save the leaves for an herb salad. So I've got a bunch of stems, and stems are very, very tender. They'd make a wonderful stock. So I'm going to chop them real fine, and they're going to add, this is a big, huge stem. I'm going to chop them really fine. So again, we don't want to over chop. And now we can pretty much start mashing. I'm going to add some mayonnaise. It's important to use a good quality mayonnaise or make your own. And I'm going to add some shallots. So you can use an onion, you can use scallions, you can use chives, maybe not garlic. So I'm going to add the shallots. And the eggs here, what I like to do is I like to cook the eggs from cold water, from a state of cold water to a simmering state. And it takes about 17 minutes. Put the timer on for 17 minutes, and that way the shells don't stick as much to the actual white as they normally do if you just drop them in boiling water or simmering water. And all we need now is salt and pepper. And the idea here is to just celebrate the herbs. You can use so many different kinds of herbs here. You can use parsley, you can use chervil, you can even use oregano. These eggs are high in fat, and they can handle a lot of flavor. So, maybe not 7 herbs all in one egg salad, but 2 or 3 herbs is a nice thing to do. So a little salt. Whoa. And definitely pepper. So I'm going to make the egg salad sandwich right now. I've made enough for 4 people. Generally, I cook 2 eggs up per person. So that is plenty. Less than 2 eggs per person is skimping it, in my opinion. So we have some bread, just some whole grain bread. Any bread is fine. Pita bread is fine. And because there's so much mayonnaise in here, I'm not going to line the bread. And I pretty much just heap it on. Okay. And I could just close the sandwich right now and cut it in half and we'd be ready to go. But because there's some sorrel growing in the garden, I'm going to add it as my lettuce, as my kind of crunchy lettuce. So sorrel is very citric and kind of tastes like zingy lettuce. There was a 10-year-old that used to request this in her sandwiches, and she called it zingy lettuce, that she used to come here, and now she's a grown-up. So I'm going to just cover that, and that's probably enough because it's very strong, the lettuce. I'd probably add more for myself, but I can handle it. So the bread is nice like this because it's pretty fresh, but it's also excellent toasted. And you could have a little coleslaw or maybe a little herb salad to make it really nice. So here we have the egg salad sandwich with the sorrel instead of the regular Boston lettuce, and I hope you enjoy it.